Unlock your passion. 5 steps to discover what drives you. Have you ever thought about what really motivates you? What could make each day feel more meaningful and full? Imagine being able to find a love that is so strong that it gives everything you do excitement, energy, and meaning. Here are some strong steps that will help you find what makes you happy on the inside. Stay with me, because this journey to find your purpose could lead to the most inspiring life of your life. In a world full of options, one of the most satisfying and difficult things to do is to figure out what really drives you. Passion is that magnetic force, that spark that turns everyday things into meaningful events and drives you to put in the time and effort. Passion, on the other hand, isn't always clear to everyone. For many, it's a process of self-discovery, experimentation, and becoming more self-aware. Think about the things you like to do and be interested in. Unlock your passion. 5 steps to discover what drives you. Have you ever thought about what really motivates you? What could make each day feel more meaningful and full? Imagine being able to find a love that is so strong that it gives everything you do excitement, energy, and meaning. Here are some strong steps that will help you find what makes you happy on the inside. Stay with me, because this journey to find your purpose could lead to the most inspiring life of your life. In a world full of options, one of the most satisfying and difficult things to do is to figure out what really drives you. Passion is that magnetic force, that spark that turns everyday things into meaningful events and drives you to put in the time and effort. Passion, on the other hand, isn't always clear to everyone. For many, it's a process of self-discovery, experimentation, and becoming more self-aware. Think about the things you like to do and be interested in. Writing down your thoughts is a strong first step toward finding what you love. Take some time to think about your past and present events and the things that always make you happy or calm. Passion usually shows up in the things you naturally enjoy doing or the things you are always interested in learning more about. Think about things like, what did I like to do when I was a kid? What kinds of things do I do that make me forget the time? Is there a hobby or subject that interests me even though I'm not very good at it? When you think about your real interests and hobbies, you can find core activities that may help you figure out where your emotions lie. Don't put limits on yourself. Any skill, like cooking, writing, teaching, or even putting together puzzles, can be a useful clue. As an actionable tip, start a book where you can write down things that make you happy or excited. If you look over these notes again after some time, you might find trends that show what you're really passionate about. Figure out what your core values are. Values and passion go hand in hand. A lot of the time, you feel more purpose and satisfaction when your activities are in line with your values. What causes or problems am I ready to fight for? What traits do I admire in other people? And do I try to have them myself? The question is, what would my dream world look like if I could make it? If you know what your core ideals are, you can find a deeply meaningful passion. For example, if you care about social justice, a job as a lawyer or advocate might spark an enthusiasm that lasts a long time. If being creative is important, then pursuing artsy activities might be the way to go. Write down your 5 most important values and think about what jobs, hobbies, or ways of life will help you live by these every day. Experiment with new things and activities. You need to be ready to leave your comfort zone and keep an open mind in order to find your passion. When you try new things, you can have moments you never thought you'd enjoy. This is when a lot of people find their passions, often by accident or through taking on new tasks. How to try things out. Learn something new, like photography, coding, or pottery, by taking a class or going to a camp. Do volunteer work in a range of areas to learn about different types of work. Follow workers or friends who work in fields you're interested in. Be open-minded when you do these things. Never worry if a new experience doesn't feel right. Each one is meant to help you figure out what drives you. Trust that these explorations are slowly bringing you closer to your heart, and be kind to yourself. Make it a point to try something new every month. Write down the things that happen to you And pay attention to which ones make you feel satisfied or interested. Check out the feedback and ask for help. We all find our own passions, but sometimes the people around us can help us figure out what really makes us happy. People like family, friends, and mentors may notice our strengths or hobbies that we don't. From their point of view, you might notice skills or interests you hadn't seen before, leading you to your possible love. Ask people you trust in your life. What do you think I'm good at all the time? When did you last see me really get excited or light up? Is there a job or role where you think I would do well? Besides asking for feedback, look for teachers or people who inspire you. They can give you advice, help you find chances, and even keep you from making common mistakes. Passion often needs work and commitment, and having a group of experienced people to talk to can keep you motivated and up to date. After getting feedback, write down the skills or abilities that other people say you have, and think about whether they fit with the things or values that make you happy. Listen to your gut and follow your curiosity. Emotion is more about how something feels than how it makes sense. What drives us to do what we love is often our gut feeling and natural curiosity. Think about these questions. What do I want, even if it's hard or not normal? Are there things I want to do more of, no matter what happens? So what would I do if I knew I could never fail? Being curious is a strong way to find your way on this trip. Sometimes it won't point you in a clear direction, but it will take you on fun routes. You will eventually find yourself doing things that are true to who you are at your core if you listen to your gut and follow your interest. Take a trial and learn method. Trust your gut and go after chances that interest you. Don't be afraid to change your mind if they don't feel right after some time. How to put it all together. Live a life driven by your passion. There is no one-time event that makes you discover your interest. It's a journey that changes as you grow. You'll have an easier time living a fulfilling life as you learn more about your values, hobbies, and strengths. These steps build on the last one, making a plan for finding out more about yourself. Just because you live your life with passion doesn't mean that every day will be exciting. It's not always easy to do the things you really want to do. When you go after something that fits with your values, interests, and strengths, don't forget, think about your hobbies to figure out what you're naturally drawn to. Figure out what your core ideals are so that your goals are in line with what's important to you. Try new things to get a better idea of what makes you happy. Ask people you know for feedback on your strengths to get an outside view. If you want to know what to do, follow your curiosity and believe your gut. Accept the journey of finding yourself. Discovering what you are passionate about is one of the most wonderful things that can take place in your life. The act of allowing oneself to find new things, make mistakes, and learn from those mistakes is what it means. There is a possibility that you might not know everything at this moment. If you're willing to study more and have patience, you will be able to discover what actually brings you joy. If you have ever desired to engage in activities that are more significant and to emerge from your sleep with a sense of purpose, the first thing you should do is follow these procedures. Have faith in the procedure and remind yourself that each step puts you one step closer to live a life that you adore and that has a purpose. It is vital to keep in mind that the journey you take to discover what motivates you is just as significant as the destination you reach, whether it is in your career, your interests, your relationships, or your own personal development. Ready to uncover what truly drives you? Hit that subscribe button and join us as we dive deeper into topics that can help you live a more passionate, purpose-filled life.